Okay, Pisces, we are looking into your new moon, wishing you a beautiful birthday during your season. And the new moon reading, what I have here is the general energy, the opportunity. So we're looking at new moons, the opportunity for setting intentions, what it can offer you for growth, for again, intention setting, etc. And then the guidance and the outcome. So what you're going to gain from this new moon. And I feel relationships, there's something around relationships or a relationship that is kind of taking precedence here. Now, this could be a relationship with yourself. It can be a relationship with your child self, your higher self. With the Seven of Wands at the bottom of the deck and the Two of Cups, there's a relationship here. It could be, if it's a person, it's going to be a soulmate type of very, 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 it's going to be one person, and it's going to be, again, like I said, a highlight in your life right now, where there could be or could have been a lot of defensiveness, a lot of maybe fighting for your stance on things to be heard, maybe for what's right, like what you feel is right, like maybe something that's important for you. So I feel that there's some work involved in this dynamic, or there has been, but anyway, I'll get into the reading here because this is highlighting, I feel, what I just said. Conclusions are within reach. This is the main energy. Now, this is a full moon eclipse. We just had the full moon eclipse in Virgo almost 2 weeks ago. So the energy still might be shaping something up or out. That created a lot, that could have shook something. It could have brought something to the surface within a relationship, with love, with matters of the heart. Maybe there was a disappointment. Maybe there was, looking back at what happened, there could have been something maybe destructive that happened, but needed to happen, was necessary. And this is why. So I feel, to go back to around the eclipse, the lunar eclipse, what happened during that time that created an upset, I feel. It's still unfolding for you. Now, again, like I said, it can be the relationship with yourself. It doesn't have to be another person, but I do feel this has to do with very deep matters of the heart, a very deep watery energy. Five of Cups, Queen of Cups, Six of Cups, Two of Cups, water, water, water. And we also have your new moon that came out here for your opportunity. So the opportunity comes with the Queen of Cups. This is the deepest, richest love for your opportunity during this new moon, meaning it is an opportunity for you to approach the situation from a place of unconditional love, from a place of empathy, of understanding, to learn through the pain, to learn through the upset, to learn through what happened, for healing, for restoration, for maybe to deepen your spiritual understanding of relationships, of love, of life, of yourself. There's something here that's allowing for you to understand more about you, about love, about your emotions, maybe unconditional love, going inward, to feel, to sense, to dissect, to give it time, for healing maybe, or for evolving, for integration, whatever's happened. So there's a beautiful opportunity that this is giving you right now. And the opportunity, meditate and contemplate, take time to spend time by yourself, to feel through this, to contemplate on this, to reflect with your heart, okay? And maybe it might even require forgiveness. It might require feeling softly, maybe rather than reactively. So there could be a few dynamics playing out. Your guidance is to be bold and make the first move. Justice, Libra. Cardinal coming in here, we have the Sun in Aries on the 20th, right after the new moon in Pisces, right? So be bold and make the first move. This is your guidance coming through here with justice. Justice is the law of cause and effect, bringing order, bringing balance, restoring balance. If there's something that has been out of balance, it's going to be in the heart, I feel. Could be a relationship. Where can balance be restored? Think of the law of cause and effect. Okay, so what is at the root of this, and what is your next move that can restore balance, harmony, maybe healing in an area of your life or within yourself? It is time to make that move coming up. I feel it's more, it says cardinal, the cardinal moon. I feel it's more in cardinal season, which is Aries season coming up right after this new moon in Pisces. Okay, the outcome of what you're going to gain from this is show the world the real you with the Six of Cups. This is a rebirth of self in context with a relationship. Now, the relationship could be again with yourself, or it could be with another person. It's again, you have a lot of deep soulmate type of relationship messaging coming through here. I feel it's another person, but it could be within yourself. But this is about how to show up in this relationship or for yourself as your authentic true self. Maybe standing up for yourself or speaking the truth or being clear or setting boundaries or being your authentic, real, true self in some way in the context of a relationship, not wearing a mask, not hiding, not maybe living by conditioning, but being your true self in the context of purity within a relationship dynamic. All right, I'm going to also pull an animal oracle for this because I can't go into the general read for this one. I just have a little bit of a time crunch happening with this shadow project app that I'm getting ready for. So I'm going to do an animal read for each zodiac as well. So for Pisces, crow spirit number 17, beautiful energy. The crow, raven in this deck are the most, crows and ravens, naturally magical, spiritual animals with messages. 17 is an 8. 8 is, I should say the 1 and the 7 in 17 equals an 8. And the 8 is the manifester, right? So as above, so below, co-create with spirit, bring the ethereal into the material. Okay. All right, Pisces, I'm sending all my love and best wishes during your new moon. Until next time, take care. Okay, Aries, looking at the new moon in Pisces, we have your season, Sun in Aries, coming through on the 20th of the equinox as well, right after this new moon, which is showing up here too. So I'm trying to hide it before I get too far ahead, as it's, you're going to start feeling the energy shift very soon here for you. If not, you may have already. A time to release negativity. You have the full moon in Scorpio, 3 of Cups, 4 of Swords coming through here during the new moon. There could be, I feel like the tail end of, and I'm looking at the tail of the Scorpion here, like the tail end of a very deep release cycle that you've been through. It could have been a long term, it could have been short lived, like maybe a few weeks, maybe since the eclipse. But I feel that you're coming out of a time where you have the opportunity to release a lot of held on negativity or weight that you may have been carrying in some form. Now, it could be fear even. It doesn't have to be negativity, but it could erupt as negativity, as something maybe aggressive or anger or resentment or something of that nature. You do have the 3 of Cups and the 4 of Swords. I do feel there is a release where you'll be able to kick back a little bit more, have fun with friends, and kind of take your mind off of things. I feel that even friendship groups may help you realize where you've been holding on to something of like maybe fear-based or something from the past. A scorpionic energy likes to hold on and brood and hold on to the injustices or what's happened in the past, or a hurt or a pain. But I feel that it's lifting. I feel that you're going to find a release through friends or through just all of a sudden, like, oh, it's like it's gone, or it doesn't exist anymore, or I understand what it taught me. I understand what it was. So I feel that you're going through a big shift with something from the past. You have hold your vision as your opportunity. Now we're looking at opportunity for the new moon. New moon is about setting intentions. Hold your vision. Stay true to your heart. The Knight of Cups, Cancerian energy. Stay true to your heart. Stay true to what you love. Hold your vision with maybe if you're healing, if you are wanting to be more vulnerable, if you're wanting to pursue love, if you're wanting to heal love. This is cardinal energy here, right? So it's something around hold your vision with what you love. Matters of the heart again, what's true for you, what you value from a heart-centric space. Now, your guidance here is expect powerful change in the Page of Wands. I love this. This is your going into your season. This is kind of this what's catapulting you into your season. Expect powerful change is that big eruption. So it's saying this is your guidance. It is saying expect change, prepare for what's around the corner. We're moving into April during your season, which is a universal month number 5. And 5 is all about change. So you're going to feel it. You're going to feel the opening. You're going to get excited. But this is saying to believe in yourself, to allow yourself to feel into the opportunities, to align and prepare for liftoff. And if you have any fears, now is the time to let it go, because you have to enter this in a state of excitement and trust and openness, and that letting that fire come out and feeling it and leaning into powerful change. Okay, so something has been preparing you. I feel that there's been, yes, a stage of preparation. Maybe it's, come with some hard lessons, like I think a lot of us have been going through, but it is here now for your highest good. And there's something aligning. And then the outcome of this new moon, what's going to happen after, is your commitment is being tested in the moon. Yeah, it's fierce. So basically I'm going to give an example of Jupiter going direct in Cancer, which I'm sure you're aware of. So I gave this example in the Shadow Project to the group. When, there's a lot of astrology, a lot of astrologers talking about all this benefic, very positive change that will happen with Jupiter going direct. And I'm giving one example. You can use this in any kind of form whatsoever. But we hear these astrological reports and we get all excited that, oh, my luck is going to change and my future is going to be bright and I'm going to have all this abundance and a windfall of opportunity. And it's not that it can't happen. Of course it can happen. But in order for us to align with it and to pursue it and to make it happen, we also have to address our fears that are going to come up when we feel into the power of the opportunity. And this is our old conditioning. This is the premise of my channel, is to understand what is getting in our way of aligning with this and being in this vibrational frequency or understanding with our highest potential and our greatest good. And we have to go through these layers between this and this and this and this over and over and over again until we shed these layers and we become more aligned with our true potential, our true power. And that's what's happening here. So when we are about to step into our power, our potential, there will be old fears that naturally become triggered. What if I can't? Trusting the unknown or not trusting the unknown. What if I fail? What if things fall apart? What if this happens? And we may not say it consciously, but it's felt. And it's felt as heaviness, as worry, as maybe self-sabotage, making excuses, many different ways that these patterns erupt to prevent us from fully feeling this, leaning into our full potential and our soul's truth. So your commitment is being tested with the moon, Pisces, coming through here. And that's what's happening, is testing you to align you more with who you truly are, your power, your presence, your potential, etc. So you have to kind of oscillate or toggle between these two ways of being to understand what do I really need to address within myself and let go so I can be more of this, right? I hope that made sense and came out clear. You also have at the bottom of the deck the Knight of Pentacles, the Four of Wands. Okay, this is Nine of Swords. See, this is what I'm saying. So you have the Knight of Pentacles moving towards building abundance, building a future, building your legacy. That's in your destiny. So I need to slow down. I'm getting excited. It's destined. You're aligning with some kind of destiny that you feel that you're meant to do, that you want to do. But look at this, the Nine of Swords, because you're stepping into the King of Pentacles. You're moving into the role of maybe a higher level in your career, or you're working towards it at least, or you're feeling like, oh, I can do this. This is what I want. This is what I'm capable of. But that Nine of Swords is fueled by the moon, which is fear, right? And so we have to go through these layers to reach our true potential, to find out what those layers are, where they came from, why they exist, and simply dissolve them, to keep on that path to rebuild ourselves into alignment with our true soul self, our highest potential and greatest good. Okay, so I'm going to go into the Animal Oracle. I haven't been able to do the general read just because of time constraints, but let's look for Aries, Animal Oracle. Yeah, 53, number 53, seahorse spirit, watch and wait, watch and wait. So tune in, be very, very aware, take your time. Don't be impulsive, Aries, just take your time, watch and wait, feel through this, see, reflect inward on the dynamic or what the universe is signaling to you right now within your deeper self, because I feel this is preparing you for your next season in a very, very important way. All right, Aries, wishing you all the best, sending my love during this new moon ahead. Take care. Okay, Taurus, looking into the new moon in Pisces, coming in March 18th, 19th. Let's take a look. This is your main energy. I feel very similar to Pisces reading. There's a relationship on the table. You have the Six of Cups, Two of Cups. When I see these cards come out, it means there's someone in your life of a deep soul mate kind of connection. Now, it could be the relationship within yourself. It can be your child self. It can be your inner self, but it also, there's going to be one person here. I feel, especially with the Libra win-win outcome and forecast coming through here. Um, there's someone here helping you heal your pride. They could be healing your pride by triggering your pride in a way. They could be like poking at this shadow aspect of Leo, which is pridefulness. You'll have to reflect on what pride means, or how it's maybe arising within yourself, or how it's appearing, or how you're maybe, yeah, like how it's interfering with a particular relationship dynamic. Okay, so this relationship dynamic, I feel, is here to heal your shadow aspect of Leo, which is pridefulness. Don't let pride get in your way. And it can come in as triggering too. Like, just be aware. It may not be gentle. It could be. It could be soft. It could be gentle. It could be hard. You know, a hard, soft lesson. But it's a healing. I feel something on a level that you haven't been able to feel or see before. Your opportunity, we're looking at the opportunity with the new moon. New moons are a time for setting intentions. Your opportunity here is to recalibrate a relationship, to bring balance, is closure. Win-win outcome in forecast. Full moon in full moon in Libra is closure. One door closes, one door opens. It's the scales coming into balance to do with a relationship, the Two of Cups. Okay, so the opportunity here is to recalibrate and rebalance a relationship. Could be healing a relationship. I definitely feel it's a relationship. Like I said, it could be within yourself. Take it as it resonates, but it's definitely these two cards coming out together. The scale is Libra. It's something about restoring balance, and it could be one chapter closing, another chapter opening, and it's going to be a lot different this time around if it's with the same person. It could be one relationship closing, another one coming in, but there's something here. I feel it's so solid, and it's like, if anything has happened in the past to do with what I'm talking about, and maybe you went through a lot of stuff, as in SHIT, it's totally going to change now. There's something here, again, the scales and these two cards, they don't come out together often. It's a very rare thing. So yeah, there's something very deep with this connection. Your guidance is your dreams need a practical plan. We have Taurus full moon with the Two of Wands. Now, the Two of Wands is at a crossroads-ish. It can be. There's a bit of a crossroads, but it's also an opening to a whole new life direction. And what is needed here more now than ever is for you to get real and practical about your direction, the Chariot, and where you're going and what's opening up for you. So it's time to use this new moon in Pisces, put pen to paper, sit down, connect with your heart, connect with what feels right, with maybe even practical plans, and map it out. Even if it sounds vague and you don't have all the answers or details, start to write it out. Start to connect with the possibilities. Start to connect with maybe a vision, a thought of what, maybe even a dream. We're in Pisces season. Even put a dream down on paper. What would be like the best case scenario? And put it down and feel into the possibility of but also the practicality of what's needed to get there. You know, your dreams need a practical plan. Something needs to be grounded and anchored and put into action for you to create a whole new path in life, and a path that's actually very exciting. This is fire. So fire, Two of Wands, there can be a lot of excitement here. You have a lot of full moon energy too. There could be a lot of fear, and that's why I said there could have been a lot of maybe uncertainty, because there's a lot of pressure with full moons, right? It's a time of culmination. So the Two of Wands is at a crossroads, and your outcome after this are adjustments are required. So changes needed, Taurus, as we know how hard it is sometimes to change, but adjustments are required for you to get that green light and make a move, Chariot. And this is your direction. This is you are lining up, even though it's stubborn Taurus, it may be difficult. There's something here putting you on track for something way different than before. And this is giving you the green light. Like, adjustments are required, change is necessary, but it's giving you a new opportunity for direction. And it's a direction in alignment. Okay. And you have the Knight of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Aries had something similar as well. Okay. You have bottom of the deck, Capricorn energy, Knight of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Ten of Swords. And I'm going to stop here, the Knight of Swords. Okay. So actually, you know what? I'm going to look at the Five of Wands too. There's something maybe of drama that needs to be worked through, the Knight of Swords. And don't be afraid of drama, I feel. Drama doesn't have to be drama. Drama is also in how we perceive it and how we choose to handle it, or how we're used to handling it. I feel there's like word and direction that will help with the situation of drama, maybe leaky energy, where you've been having your energy siphoned from other people, where maybe poor boundaries have been established. I feel there's a new direction or clarity or risk or communication that will challenge this, or that will change the dynamic of it. The Ten of Swords is releasing. You're at the end of a chapter of a lot of mental weight, a lot of mental strain. And the Knight of Coins with the Four of Wands, this is my destiny card. This is you moving on track to your destiny, to something more fulfilling, to something more aligned. And the Knight of Pentacles is investing into it, investing into the foundation, the legacy of whatever that is. All right, let's look at the Animal Oracle for Taurus. Yeah, Aries had this card. Aries had this card as well just now. So watch and wait, number 53, which is an 8. 8 is the manifester. Watch and wait. You know, there are two messages here. One is to not rush, but you're not one to rush. However, things do need to change and things do need to adjust, right? Adjustments are required, which I feel you will do that. But it's also watch and wait, like try not to be impulsive. We do have a lot of energy coming in with Aries season right around the corner. But I do feel that this is your natural. Watch and wait is kind of your motto in a sense, you know. So with that, I'm going to leave it here. Wishing you a beautiful, beautiful new moon ahead. Until next time, take care. Okay, Gemini, looking at the new moon in Pisces, March 18th, 19th, it's saying here, take time to breathe out, Nine of Pentacles. Looking at opportunity, you know, I feel that you're on track for financial independence, self-worth, maybe even any kind of independence of self even. So it's like really saying to relax, like you're on track, even if there's fear and worry, if you've been like taking on a lot, there's something working out in your favor. I mean, we just have Jupiter now going into Cancer direct. So I feel it's sort of, this message is saying, just relax, you know, take time to breathe out, lean into any fear. Things are working in your favor. You're on track for some kind of independence, maybe financial success. Maybe being able to spend money on something that you value, that you want. The opportunity with this new moon is something to ignite your confidence. Now I'm looking at this as what can you set as intentions? Like what can you lean into for new moon intentions, for example, and something to do with confidence, like believing in yourself, believing in your creativity, maybe something to do with your asserting yourself in some form. Maybe that's peppered into or brought into your new moon intentions. And the Two of Pentacles, I feel with regards to this as the opportunity, I'm looking at it in a way of how can you bring in balance or an understanding of not overloading yourself so much with practical matters like responsibilities and duties, and where can you commit to yourself to work on your confidence or to pursue your goals. Using this Leo energy. I hope that landed and that sounded okay. You also have your guidance here is conclusions are within reach, and Nine of Swords. Because I started with this because I knew what this was saying. I started with saying that everything is working out in your favor, and that's exactly what this is saying. So it is saying conclusions are within reach. So what are you afraid of? There's simply a fear of the unknown and a fear of the future that doesn't exist yet. And I feel the conclusions are this something's really close for you. And I feel sometimes what I've also gone through with myself is sometimes when what I've been wanting or what I've been really hoping for, when I feel it isn't coming, I start getting really anxious. I get maybe a bit upset or afraid of things not working, but then it ends up turning out that it does work or something happens that helps me move forward. And all of my panic was for nothing. It was just our fears of the future and our worry is a reflection of what hasn't been processed yet from our past, right? And that gets projected into our future, which doesn't exist. The only thing that exists really in our moment is the present moment. So it's really saying, what are you afraid of? What's coming up? Because everything is working out in your favor. You do have the outcome, hold your vision, High Priestess. The outcome after this new moon in Pisces I feel you're going to know what this is because you're going to connect with your intuition, your deeper knowing. Something's going to click internally where you're going to understand this whole story on a deeper level. And you're going to have a great deal of understanding and even maturity and wisdom coming through this. And it's really going to help you stay true to your path. And you're going to be leading your path in a different way, a different, more connected way with your higher self, with your intuition. You also have the Two of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Lovers, Three of Swords. Like a lot of mental strain coming through here at this time. Maybe to do with relationships, could be work relationships, could be love, could be family. Something may have thrown you off a little bit that's preoccupying your mind, but there's an opportunity here to reorganize where you're outsourcing your mental capacity, your thoughts, your fears to align more with the High Priestess, your inner truth, your higher self, your inner knowing, your wisdom. Ooh, not right. I wasn't ready for that yet. I'm not going to pick those up. So let's look for Gemini for the new moon in Pisces. Hummingbird. Yeah. Hummingbird spirit. Be here now. Number 34. Be here now. Be here now. That's the High Priestess. Be here now. Present moment. Sink in, feel, sense, awaken your senses, awaken your truth, awaken your inner knowing. Try to, watch the mind, be in the present moment, the stillness of the present moment. And that's where you get your answers, your deeper understanding of life, of what you're experiencing, of what's unfolding. All right, there, Gemini, I'm wishing you a beautiful, beautiful new moon ahead. Take care. All right, Cancer, looking at the new moon in Pisces, March 18th, 19th. Look what came through here, the full moon in Cancer with the Nine of Swords. Okay, oh boy, this new moon, water season. This could be really hitting home on a deep emotional level. This new moon, you could already be in it, really working through some deep personal stuff. You might be in a period of deep introspection, sitting with your emotions, feelings could be very intensified during this new moon. Not a bad thing ever. But I do feel you're feeling something. You're carrying something within your heart, within your stomach, within your gut, whatever that is. Like a deep personal issue here is reaching resolution. You're at the 9, which is coming to the end. So it's a conclusion. It's something it may have been stored as such a deep emotional weight, but it is coming to an end. It is lifting, but there may be residual aspects of it that you might be experiencing that might be keeping you up at night. You might be overthinking or thinking a lot about it. Your opportunity here now, I'm looking at opportunity as a new moon, maybe intention or a new moon opener, portal, if you will, however you want to say. The new moon opportunity here is for you to step out of your comfort zone. The Seven of Wands is to take the higher ground on something. And I feel it is, to step out of your comfort zone might even require you to let go of the armor, to maybe soften yourself, maybe to stand up for yourself. Whatever you're not used to doing, do that. Do what might make you feel uncomfortable, but in your heart, could help you and help the situation. So it's something about maybe rising above a situation, maybe not giving your energy to something, maybe setting boundaries. It could be many different things, but step out of your comfort zone. It has to do with matters of the heart and deep emotional things within yourself, right? So step out of your comfort zone, do something a bit differently. Maybe something healing for you, for someone else. Your guidance is communication is key. Yeah, so communication, King of Cups, Pisces, Queen of Cups. You might have a relationship dynamic here, by the way, maybe, or this could be you, but communication is essential right now. Do not be afraid of communicating and communicate from the heart because you have that ability. You have the ability to be emotionally intelligent, to hold the space for others, to speak from the heart and change dynamics and situations with other people because of the resonance that you are carrying within yourself. And that's what this is. It's like where can you use communication in your life? If it is in your work, if it is with your family, if it is with a relationship, if it's to yourself, based on a higher emotional intelligence of healing, of understanding, of compassion, of moving situations into a higher level of consciousness based on this dynamic here. So that's something really special here. I feel that you're ready for something. I feel that you're in a place where you can actually shift a dynamic of your environment or your work or you very substantially here under this new moon. I'm feeling now the outcome of this new moon. Emotions are running high, and the Queen of Cups. This is like tempering the intensity of things. Again, connecting deeply with your heart, changing the situation by being in your state of unconditional love, of healing, of feeling, of holding the space, not through martyrdom or being sacrificial, but through love, through the power of love. This is beautiful. It really is. You have the Five of Swords, Nine of Swords. There's conflict, but there's healing. Ace of Cups opportunity here. Okay. There might be part of you that wants to fight. There might be part of you that is like swords up, claws up, or feeling anxious. Drop the swords. Fuel this with compassion and fire. This is Aries energy, maybe try things differently. Be open-minded, be open to healing with love. There's a new opportunity here for changing the dynamic of a situation completely. I feel for you. Okay, let's go into the animal oracle for Cancer. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was a nice card that came out. Peacock Spirit number 46. Let it shine. Look at that. Heart opening. Let it shine. Be authentic, be true. Drop the shield, claws, swords, Five of Swords. Lead with your heart. Let it shine. And that's where the biggest impact will be made. All right, there, Cancer. Wishing you all the best during this new moon and beyond. Take care. Okay, Leo, looking at the new moon in Pisces, March 18th, 19th. A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo with the Five of Cups. I feel it's like letting go of the past, of what has happened, what hasn't worked, maybe betrayal, maybe discouragement, maybe failure. I don't want to say failure, and it's not fail. There's no such thing as failure. I shouldn't say that actually, but it's like maybe a perceived failure. Something that's holding you back from creating a new chapter, a new opportunity, a new relationship. It could be anything, but a time to give rather than take. It's, maybe healing, allowing for healing, maybe something to do with your career, something to do with maybe communication in a way, or like starting something new, initiating something new. But there's this past event that's holding you back from it in some form. Now, it could be within the context of a situation, people, or within yourself. It's kind of like a push and pull. Like, it's like you want to move forward, you want to do something, but then there's part of something that happened in the past that's holding you back from doing it. Your opportunity here during the new moon. Now I'm looking at opportunity as maybe new moon intention, or the opportunity of the new moon is to look at the bigger picture in the fountain. This is all about expansion. It's very like Jupiter, the Jupiter in Cancer effect in a way. But this is, and Piscean energy too, with the fountain coming through here. Look at the bigger picture is very much about expansion. It's being open to viewing the long term, looking at the learning lessons of life, looking at the bigger picture, obviously very hangman, and the opportunity that this new moon is going to give you is enlightenment. It's enlightenment, but it's also like a richer viewpoint of life and like the meaning of life, like something way more expansive this moon can offer you if you're open to it. And if you open your mind and your heart to see and feel things a bit differently. Your guidance is to show the world the real you, Seven of Cups. Guidance is to get really clear about something, to get clear, to remove the distractions, to not get lost in daydreaming or fantasizing, or if you're feeling like you're overwhelmed with options, to get clear and to show the world the real you, to be authentic, to connect with what matters to you the most, right? And maybe even as a reflection of how do you want to show up in the world? How do you want to lead, or how do you want to be seen, or how do you want to maneuver through life in whatever way that is, without confusion, but with clarity, based on your truth, based on your authentic self. The outcome of this new moon is your hard work is paying off. You get a new opportunity coming through here. I feel that whatever's happened in the past on an emotional level, a lot of discouragement here, a lot of upset, a lot of maybe regret, like I said, fear, whatever it has given you an opportunity to shift something very crucial within your higher self, within a new viewpoint, maybe perhaps, and it's going to open up in a whole new opportunity to build something new for your long-term legacy, if you will. The Three of Pentacles is the support from other people, maybe working with a team, working with other, like your people coming through here. And you get a new opportunity coming through and it's supported. You have the support to build it. Now you have Death at the bottom of the deck. Magician. Oh, nice. Queen of Swords. Yeah, there's a death, like something needed to cycle out. Very important chapter, actually, I feel, of your life, where the end is here. I do feel it's like the redirection in a way happening right here. You're going to have more clarity, assertion, boundaries clear. You gained a lot of wisdom and understanding and certainty through what you've been through, which is perfect for manifestation because now you're clear. You might know what you want. You have greater clarity. You have greater discernment. You have maybe a new plan. So it's all a big bonus, a big plus of what you've been through to get you here. Okay, let's look at the animal oracle for Leo. Nice. Scarab beetle spirit number 52, which is a 7. 5-2 equals a 7. Most spiritual number. It's the seeker. It's spiritually charged, and magic works through you. That's what this is. Magic works through you. So allowing life to work through you, trusting and seeing things from a new perspective, seeing things from an enlightened perspective. All right, there, Leo, sending my love, my best for the new moon and beyond. Take care. Okay, Virgo, looking at the new moon in Pisces, March 17th or 18th, depending on where you are in the world. Take time to breathe out. 10 of Wands. You're at the end of a maybe like long and trying chapter. Maybe you've been taking on a lot of weight, a lot of responsibility, feeling very weighed down. You're coming to the end of it. So it's really saying to take time to breathe out. Let it go. Let it go. Drop the responsibilities, drop the duties, the weight that maybe you've been carrying or that you felt like you've been carrying. You're at the end. You're at the end of it, right? So it's the end of a chapter where maybe you have been carrying more than you needed or wanted to do. You have the communication is key and 10 of Cups as the opportunity. So I'm looking at opportunity as this is a new moon, maybe for new moon intentions or what this new moon can offer you. Communication is key in the 10 of Cups. This is to balance out a relationship or matters of home, of the heart, those closest to you. Communication is going to open up a new portal or a new opportunity for this, to heal, to bring maybe people together in a more balanced way. Your communication could be even sharper during this new moon or going through it. So we do have Mercury going direct, I believe, by the time of the new moon or after it. I can't think of the date right now. but I do feel it's going to bring in a sharper communication to do with matters of the heart and home and relationships. It could bring in all of a sudden feeling like you have no problem talking about things that are important to you, or initiating change or healing something, like bringing something up that's very important, and it will be very smooth. Like I feel like this Pisces retrograde, it could have maybe created some emotional difficulty in some kind of way, or even with communication, like maybe feeling uncomfortable talking about sensitive things or bringing up sensitive things. But I feel it's like coming out of retrograde is going to be very smooth. Like there's something here that you might even surprise yourself at how smooth you're talking or how smooth things are being communicated. Your guidance during this time is to work through your fear. So you have two new moons coming through here, a lot of newness, new opportunity. Five of Pentacles is your guidance, is to look towards the opportunity, to look towards the light. You might be looking down at what isn't working. That's a shadow of Virgo, getting fixed on the brokenness, getting fixed on the flaws, getting fixed on what isn't working or what isn't right. So change your viewpoint, change the perspective, change the perception into the light, into the opportunity. Work through your fears. The fears are what are bringing you down into looking at the doldrums, looking at what isn't working. And so there's an opportunity, a really big opportunity here to shift something or things. Like I feel more than one. Your outcome after this new moon, a time for healing and blast off with the Page of Fire into Aries season. Very nice. A time for healing. You're going to heal at the same time as you regaining your sense of excitement and sense of worth and possibilities and limitless potential. So I love this. This is a very nice energy going into spring equinox or equinox, depending on where you are in the world. But yeah, it's a very nice opening energy that you're moving into right after this. You have the Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck, the Chariot, and the Ace of Pentacles. So like I said, a lot of new energy coming through here. You have a new opportunity on the horizon. You might be starting off things, you might be starting this off holding it back, or not sure of what to do, or not sure of the direction to take. The Chariot is undeniable that this is going to happen, even though part of yourself might be, and this could be an effect or a result of retrograde, Mercury retrograde, the Two of Swords, like almost as if you don't know what direction to take, or if this is valuable, or if it's worth it. But no, it's going to show itself, and you're going to know exactly what to do and how to do it. And it is forward moving momentum with that for sure. Very cool. Okay, Virgo, let's look at the Animal Oracle to close for Virgo. This is coming out a lot. Seahorse spirits come out twice already. Number 53, which is an 8. An 8 is the manifester. So in order to manifest, it's going to require you to watch and wait and just feel. It's not being totally passive, but not being impulsive either, to get a feel for timing. Watch and wait for the right moment, the right time. And that's what that Chariot and the Ace of Pentacles was speaking to. Okay, there, Virgo, wishing you a beautiful, beautiful new moon ahead. Take care. All right, Libra, looking at the new moon in Pisces, March 17th, 18th, 19th, I believe. All right, you got the new moon in Pisces coming through. You should win a prize for this. All right, no, the prize is this, which I'll get to in a moment. Okay, so the new moon in Pisces, 6 of Fire, Queen of Cups, Pisces energy, a lot of beautiful watery energy here of healing, connecting with your heart, your intuition. You might be tapping into or connecting more with your spiritual side, meditation, contemplation, spending time to really connect with your success story. I feel this is coming through faster than you might realize because you're connecting with your heart, with your creativity. You might be softening yourself. You might be attuning with others on a softer level. You might be healing. You might be something about your energy here is creating the success. And it's coming from not pushing, not thinking, not striving. It's coming from your heart. Okay, very important. Very, very, very important. It's coming from your heart. It's coming from your spirit. So that very nice message. The opportunity. So looking at the new moon with the opportunity, the opening, the intentions, breathing out, letting go. You might be moving on from something. You might be letting go of attachments, a story, maybe changing locations. And this is like guiding you. You're being guided. So breathe through this. The opportunity here is to release, to let go, to practice the art of non-attachment, and to enjoy the process, to enjoy the journey. Your guidance through this, look at this, to look at the bigger picture, the arrow and the star, Aquarius, Sagittarius, Aquarius. Very, very nice, expansive opportunity here for your guidance is to look at the bigger picture. Try not to get attached to the in the weeds, like the minutia, like hanging into the weeds and the details and whatnot. Look at your bigger life story and your bigger unfolding. Where are you going? What is happening right now? Your stars are aligning. You may have gone through a tower moment over the last little while, but this is now putting you on track for something greater and is saying to have faith in your destiny, on your path, on what you are accomplishing, of who you are, of where you're going, etc. This is all lining up. This is your guidance right now, is to stay in alignment with this, whatever that is. Your outcome is you are good enough. The Four of Pentacles. I think some of you might be challenged a little bit in areas of self-worth, of finances, because of how you feel about yourself, how you feel about your own self-worth, that you are good enough. And you might be holding on to your finances. You might be stressed. You might be frugal. You might be worried. And this is really saying to trust, to rise above this and to feel that you are good enough, to know your value, to know your worth, and also, making sure that you are staying healthy, that you are remaining true to you. Four of Pentacles, be very careful of any fear-based scarcity or frugalness. It's good to be financially smart and wise, but not to the point of being restrictive and contracting energy flow, right? Bottom of the deck, you have the Empress, Nine of Wands, and the Four of Cups. I like Empress for you. I feel it's going to help with this. I feel this is a very abundant energy that you could be embodying as well. But I do feel that you might be also feeling very drained or tired and not quite sure what move to make, maybe especially with matters of the heart, like kind of waiting things out. And you could be working on yourself first, which is, I love, if that is resonating with you. But the Empress, I like, that is your card between yours and Taurus. So, well, Empress ruled by Venus, Taurus, Libra, but yeah, it's the feminine archetype within. You might be spending more time with that, creating from that space, maybe giving yourself some time and space to reconnect with that part of yourself. For Libra, we have two cards that came out. Yeah, Moth Spirit. Surrender now, number 39 and number 23. Spirit has your back. Yeah, you're about to take off. This is really saying to trust. Spirit has your back. Number 23, which is a 5, and a 5 month, where we have a universal month, number 5 in April. And that's where there could be a takeoff. Right now, you're in Moth. I feel that you're coming out of a very deep transformative time. Things could have gotten into like dark night of the soul, very deep, very transformative. Surrender, I feel, is the message, because everything is working out perfectly, like chef's kiss. Perfectly. Spirit has your back. Something's going to happen in April. I feel that I just got shivers actually. I feel that there could be a kind of a takeoff. Remember the Six of Wands, like you are leading yourself to success based on your heart, right? So it's a different way, but it's going to be very true to you and maybe for other people as well. All right there, Libra, sending my love, my best your way during the new moon. Until next time, take care. Okay, Scorpio, looking into the new moon in Pisces, March 18th, 19th, and this is the energy coming through here during the new moon in Pisces is the full moon in Cancer, High Priestess. Wow, like watery, intuitive, deep stuff going on here. Matters of the heart, of the home, emotions, relationships, family, closest to you, people, situations, matters of the heart are surfacing or have been surfacing because it's helping you see more and understand more. And your intuition and the High Priestess, your inner knowing is going to grow immensely because of what this has offered you. So maybe things have been difficult lately, maybe. especially within your deeper self, within your emotions. You certainly won't be talking about it, but you're certainly going to be feeling it. And it's allowing for you to connect with your inner truth, your deeper wisdom, your deeper knowing. And it's peeling back a lot of layers, excuse me, it's peeling back a lot of layers as it's working its way into your psyche, into your heart, into your emotional self, your deeper self of again, like I said, a deeper understanding. So it's sort of, very Scorpionic, like going through pain to find your power, to find the pain as a portal. It doesn't have to be painful either. It could just be emotional. It could have been emotional. It doesn't have to be painful at all. Communication is key, and Knight of Pentacles as your new moon opportunity. So I'm looking at the new moons as an opening for opportunity, for intentions, for newness. You get new communication coming through. So I feel that communication is like whatever you went through, obviously necessary, but now you get an opening. And it's going to lead to a new foundation and an ability to build something of a legacy or to build something solid. Now there's commitment here. There could be someone coming in with a level of commitment, or you are moving forward with a level of commitment, and communication is going to initiate it. Okay. So be open for communication, be open-minded, be open in the heart. I do feel there's an opportunity here for communication to initiate very, very important change moving forward. You have as your guidance, show the world the real you, Six of Swords. Your guidance is to let go of the past. Okay, Scorpio, to let go and move on, to clear waters, but to remain true to you, to your authentic self, to not be pulled off track of what feels right for you. This is about you. This is Aquarius energy. This is coming out a lot. To honor your authenticity, to honor what's important for you, to honor your uniqueness, to not go along with others, to not follow the pack, to not follow the herd, to not lose yourself, to not wear a mask, to not diminish yourself. This is about you claiming your authenticity, to your realness, and to move on and let go of maybe what has been constructed as a result of you losing your authenticity or getting lost in a situation. This is something about you liberating. It's a liberating message and a liberating feeling. Your outcome, adjustments are required. Nine of Swords, Page of Wands, a very similar message to, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Aries, actually. Yeah, it was very similar. What you're going to go through after this new moon is adjustments are required to align you more with your higher calling, your greatest potential, and believing in yourself. But you have to go through the fears in order to get here. There's going to be an oscillation between you're dipping back into your fears and worry, but then you're going to come out and feel more alive and have direction and feel more empowered and believing in yourself. And then you might go back into the fear. And that's how we work through these layers to awaken more of this, to align more with the belief of self and our potential, our highest calling. So there might be a little bit of these layers that are coming through here as you are breaking through. You have the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck, the Moon, and the Knight of Cups. Okay. This could be drama to do with other people. There's fear behind it, like fear. And maybe it's going back to this energy here that I read earlier. Be very careful of where you're giving your energy. And the fear is, this is going to be really important to unlock. There's a situation that is offering a lot of insight if you look at it deeply and if you understand it deeply through matters of the heart, through maybe compassion or love or understanding. And this could also help you heal or strengthen your heart. Maybe there's love here. What's underneath it? Not Two of Wands. It's a new path. It's a crossroads. It's a new opportunity, a new path moving forward, where you get to move forward with a greater capacity of love and openness and vulnerability. Some kind of situation here is freeing your heart, but it may come in as a messy situation. I don't know how else to say it. That's just how I was feeling with that one. All right, so let's get into the animal oracle for Scorpio. 40. This is a mouse spirit. So 40 is a 4. Tend to the small things. Mouse spirit, tend to the small things. Tend to the small things. You know, the small feelings, the small sensations, the subtleties, the messages from the universe, the synchronicities, those little tiny, tiny messages that we sometimes overlook are actually very big clues and cues that will help lead to something greater. So pay attention to the small things. Okay, there's Scorpio, wishing you a beautiful, beautiful new moon ahead. Take care. Hey, Ophiuchus. Now, this can be watched, by those who fall under the date range of Ophiuchus or anyone. This is a little bit of an open reading for anyone to claim the message from the archetype of the healer. So let's look at the main energy. It's like Ophiuchus. When I read for Ophiuchus, it's always like a little bit of a more magical, lighter, interesting, very interesting readings all the time, every time so far that I've been reading them. But during this new moon in Pisces, you have adjustments are required in the 10 of Wands. Actually, Virgo had something very similar at the beginning. So I talked about the whole story of Virgo to Ophiuchus. So kind of not surprised, actually. Something's coming to a conclusion. Something is coming to an end. Where weight that has been carried, the burdens, the heaviness is slowly beginning to release. There may be adjustments, of course, to get there, but I do feel it's in the works. I do feel that it is coming to a completion. Now you do have your opportunity. Now I'm looking at the new moons as an opportunity, obviously, to set intentions, a portal, if you will, a new start, a new beginning. Time to release negativity. This is the opportunity this new moon is giving you to release negativity, to understand where you've been holding on to fear, to negativity, to worry, to doubt that could be projected as negativity, but underneath it is a certain type of fear. There's something that you've been holding on to, something that I feel right now there's a very strong conclusion in some form where you can turn some kind of, again, like pain as the portal of wisdom, of healing, what's the word? Medicine. And now you have the star aligning here. There's something aligning for you to address what you've been maybe holding on to unconsciously, unknowingly. But there's something aligning and healing a situation here for alignment to be restored and for faith to be restored as well. That's a beautiful combination. Your guidance at this time is to give rather than take. Virgo, again, this Virgo relationship. Virgo is related to Hygeia, the Hygeia archetype or Hygeia goddess. I believe she was a goddess. She was the daughter of Asclepius, and Asclepius is Ophiuchus's constellation. So Ophiuchus is Asclepius, right? So there's a very strong tie-in here. And this is a time to give rather than take. This is the guidance. It's for you to heal. It's for you to give your medicine to others in some form or to yourself. Time to give, a time to care, a time to heal in some form for some opportunity here. The 8 of Wands is to be open, maybe to pursue it, maybe to be open for it, maybe to be open for guidance, to be open-minded as well. Maybe there's travel, maybe there's opportunity overseas, over land with other people. It could be communication, opening your networks to connect with other people, perhaps. The outcome after this is cardinal. Well, a cardinal energy coming through. We have Sun in Aries right after this new moon on the 20th. So after this new moon, as soon as cardinal season starts, it is time to make the first move. And that's what this is preparing you for, to commit to a new path, to your legacy, perhaps, to build something new, to build a foundation, to build something of your future, and to be bold to initiate that and to see it through. You also have the Page of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. What's under the 3 of Swords? Yeah. Okay. The King of Cups after the 3 of Swords. I feel that you're going to have new insight during this new moon or after it. You're going to be hard at work. I feel the 3 of Swords is fueling a new perception, or it's leading to a new perception, or it's led to a new perception, a new outlook, a new idea. The 3 of Swords is hurt. It's something difficult that you've worked through, but it's giving you the King of Cups. And the King of Cups is Pisces energy, as I read it anyway. Pisces. But King of Cups is like very emotionally intelligent. Really great for healers, for leaders, mentors, mediators, someone who can hold a space really well for others, very level. Yeah, you're coming into this because of something obviously you had to work through, and that's how we get there. But it's creating a great deal of wisdom, and you're in a spot, or you're moving towards a role of holding the space for others in a very mature and very emotionally wise state of being. Okay, Ophiuchus. Moth spirit. I think this came out for Scorpio as well, maybe a Scorpio or Libra. Surrender now, number 39. No, this is coming out of a bit of a dark night. It could be coming out of a very deep transformative time. The moth spirit, it's like the butterfly, but it's coming out of a dark period, a dark time, but it's giving you something, a new version of yourself. Like I said, it could be creating greater emotional intelligence and depth, and holding the space for others. It's a very, very beautiful, deep, deep transformative time that you've been in. All right, Ophiuchus, sending my love and best during this new moon and beyond. Take care. Sagittarius. Wow, this is an interesting reading, and there are some cards that are coming out a lot in these readings. So if you're watching a few other ones, you're probably going to get some similar messages, because a couple of these have come out already for different zodiacs. But what's happening during this new moon for you is there's going to be a death and rebirth, and the death is giving you more confidence. You're going to come out of this feeling more self-assured. You're going to have a greater sense of self. You're going to have more clarity with your self-expression, your authenticity. You have Leo, Aquarius, which we're slowly moving into the nodal axis shift. So maybe this part of it is preparing you in some way for that. But the death and confidence is your key to success. Very death and rebirth type of vibe here. So you're going to gain more confidence through some kind of period of death transformation. Your opportunity of the new moon. Now, opportunity, I'm looking at it almost like a portal, like an opening. That's what the new moons are. It's a time for setting intentions, for getting clear of a new chapter. This is a very pivotal one in Pisces, being at the end of the zodiac calendar and moving right into Aries season afterwards. The opportunity for you is a time for healing. Look at this, a time for healing, and the Ace of Cups. All about the heart and love. You know, there's a new opportunity for love. There's a new opportunity to feel love at a greater capacity. This could be within yourself or a relationship. A very beautiful energy that's coming through. This has been coming out in the same spot for a lot of readings. Show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius with the Tower as your guidance. Okay, the guidance here is things need to shake up for you to be authentic, for you to be real, for you to be true to you. Now, this is a big push in some way. The guidance is the Tower. It's saying you need to make the changes necessary for you to be real, to drop the masks, to not go along with everyone else. I mean, you're more of a free spirit, a free thinker in a way, but it's like to really be clear with your authenticity of what that means for you, to own your uniqueness, to not go along with other people, to not lose yourself in other people's demands, commands, your own conditioning, etc. Something here, very big pivotal point for you. This is a big reading for Sagittarius, actually. Your outcome after this is release. What do you need to release? Oof, like all of this, like a whole, like I feel it's like you might even feel like a whole new person after this new moon going into Aries season. What do you need to release? Six of Fire gives you a victory. What needs to be released here? What has been weighing you down, tying you down, disrupting your voice, your trueness, your light, your authenticity, being relaxed in your own skin, being relaxed with who you are, being empowered with who you are, whatever this is? What do you need to release as the new moon shifts towards the full moon is giving you a victory, right? So in the process of moving into the full moon it will be Libra, right? In what month are we going into? April already. I'm losing count already, which is a 5 month. It's going to be a very big month. There's going to be a lot of really nice energy in April. So it's giving you a victory. recognition, a victory, even a release, like, oh, I'm here. Yes, I'm like feeling free. There's a very nice, whatever you're releasing from is going to be internal, all internal. It's going to allow for liberation. It can also lead to success in your work and life, etc. But you're going to be feeling it. You're going to be feeling this victory, maybe before it even happens, or maybe it happens and you feel it. Like, it's very nice, very nice. You have the Five of Pentacles, Justice, Seven of Cups. Some of you may be feeling a little bit maybe grappling. Well, you have death here. There could be lack, scarcity, worry. Justice, though, is restoring balance, and be very mindful of where your perception lies, not looking at the hardship, but looking at the opportunity, looking at the light will shift the scales, and the law of cause and effect will change the outcome and change the trajectory of your path. Be very careful of feelings, feeling scattered or daydreaming or placing your energy into places that aren't grounded. I feel there's something here around spending time with yourself. Don't get worried about the external right now. This is a very internal read. This is about your inner self very deeply, very, very deeply. This is a very important time. Try not to let anything in the outer environment, work, finances, it's going to sort out based on you shifting something within yourself. I feel it's something big is going to change within you, which is going to create a big shift, externally. Of course, that's how it works, right? You have Canary Spirit. Sing your own song. Aquarius, that's what this is, number 12, which is a 3. 3 is all about communication, openness, expression. Sing your own song. What would it feel like to have your voice heard? What would it feel like to express yourself freely and fully? What would it feel like to liberate yourself? And that's what's leading you to that victory, to that six of wands there. All right there, Sagittarius, sending my love and my best for the new moon and beyond. Until next time, take care. Okay, Capricorn. This is nice. Look at this. All new moons coming through here. During the new moon in Pisces, you have mutable. Something shifting, something is changing, and it's rerouting you on a new path of building something new. And so you're going to be working towards a new goal, maybe researching, studying, very, very, very new energy coming through, and is bringing in change within your life. Now you have the opportunity coming through, new moon, setting intentions, a new slate, a new opening, a new cycle, a time to give rather than take. The opportunity that's coming through here is going to be very exciting. It's an opportunity for you to give back, for you to help others, for you to heal maybe yourself or heal others, help others, be of service in some form. And it's going to bring you a lot of excitement. You're going to feel like you're in alignment. You're going to have a refresh in energy. This is going to give you a boost in confidence and excitement. Now, your guidance, now this is almost, I don't want to say all readings, but a lot of readings have had the full moon in Aquarius here in this position. You have the new moon in Aquarius for your guidance. Bring love into the situation, 10 of Swords. Okay, so this is your guidance. Bring love into the situation. Now, in the new moon position for Aquarius, this is about owning your unique self, marching to the beat of your own drum, being confident with yourself of who you are, your own style, but also thinking about the others as well. Being not forgetting about relationships and being open and creating meaningful relationships and community and harmony, because Aquarius can be a little bit emotionally detached. So maybe just be aware of that, because I do feel there's an opportunity for building community, strengthening community, or your own network. But try to bring love into it within the heart, with interpersonal relationships, tenderness, softness, connection, understanding, whatever it is, that resonates. 10 of Swords also as your guidance is to release, to allow old mental patterns, and what has felt familiar, attachments, the past, to let go. Right. So this is the only one here in the guidance, is to release, to let go, to start to breathe out the old and in the new, because you have a lot of new energy coming in. After this new moon, you have prosperity lies ahead, Taurus, very nice in the night of fire. Aries, we have Aries season starting on the 20th, right after this new moon. So you're going to get a kickstart, and it's going to lead to a new career path or something that you can nurture and build into a legacy, your legacy, something that has legs to move into the long term. And you're going to have a lot of gusto to see it through, to make it happen. Bottom of the deck, you have Five of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the King of Cups. Okay, so Five of Swords, you might be feeling very reactive. Maybe there was a fight. Maybe there was conflict. Maybe there was something like very tense energy or tense, maybe relational things. The Queen of Swords, it can be in this context very cold, very to the point, very direct, very harsh. But the King of Cups, this could be a relationship dynamic. The King of Cups, the Queen of Swords, or it could be within you, working through this with love, softness, understanding, holding the space, while maybe maintaining boundaries or being clear, but it's going to help you work through a very tense situation. I feel the King of Cups is your money in this, like your best bet is going to temper the Five of Swords. The King of Cups is, holding the space for others, understanding, emotional intelligence. And I think it's going to change. It's going to change a dynamic significantly, actually, working with the King of Cups. That's why I feel bring love into the situation will heal something. All right, Capricorn. God, these cards are jumping out all over the place. Oh, there you go. Otter Spirit. Number 42. Otter Spirit. You are never alone. Two otters together in a heart. You are never alone. Something about love and healing and relationship here. Maybe you are being guided. Maybe it's saying that there's someone with you, around you, that you're being supported. We're never alone, even though we may feel alone. We have so much within us, around us, that we can access at any time. Yeah, beautiful message. All right, Capricorn, sending my love and best your way for the new moon in Pisces. Take care. Okay. All right, Aquarius, here we go. A lot of the same cards are coming out here, and I do feel that there's a lot of Aquarian cards coming out, and then there are Leo cards coming out in a lot of these readings, and I think it has something to do with this nodal shift moving into the Aquarius-Leo axis very soon here, well, in a few months anyway. Anyway, regardless, what is happening during the new moon is confidence is your key to success. Confidence is going to help you work through something that has been very tiring. So it's been depleting your energy. You may have lost a lot of energy and steam through something, but confidence is like in one way, it's also allowing you to be more confident, to reach an aspect of yourself that you may have not reached before, but is opening up a new opportunity of more confidence, maybe to do with self-expression, maybe with healing wounded ego aspects of self, maybe self-expression, feeling comfortable with your voice, with your skin, with who you are. Whatever this is, I feel it may have come with, or it may come with quite a feat that you are climbing through, that you are working through. Now, your opportunity here, the opportunity, new moon, new intentions, new opening, is bringing in a new cycle to do with love, to do with family, a new home for some of you, but it may feel like it is coming with a cost. It may come with emotional difficulty. It may come with something that happened in the past, but you have to look at what it's giving you, because this is really nice. Look at the future, look at the opportunity, what's on the horizon. Try to let go of the past. Very important, especially as we're cycling out the zodiac calendar. Try to let go of what maybe hasn't worked, what fell apart, what didn't happen, what happened, whatever it was. Focus on this. You have new moon in Cancer, new home, new love, new family dynamics, new relational dynamics, something very soft and tender that's changing because of something that happened in the past. So it's time to move on from the past, let that go, and look towards this new opening that's starting to show. Your guidance at this time is a fiery climax approaches, new moon in Aries, 3 of fire. Channel your energy, maybe anger, frustration, whatever it is. Channel it to create constructive change, the Three of Fire. The fiery climax, this could be headstrong energy. Just be careful of that. But channel whatever has happened in the past to create constructive, conscious change. Okay, that's your guidance right now, is to channel whatever has happened, put it in your fire self and make the change happen. Something you can build something out of what has happened. Now, your commitment is being tested. This is the outcome after the new moon. Your commitment is being tested, the King of Fire. Okay, so your commitment is being tested. King of Fire, I'm going to bring that back to Leo's confidence here. Your confidence is coming through. Your commitment is being tested. Be very careful how you react to certain situations. You might be dipping back into what has felt familiar, the devil. Be very careful of past attachments, patterns that have kept you stuck, that have kept you in unhealthy patterns, maybe unhealthy relationships. It's time for you to make a break from this and for you to focus on yourself. I do feel, in all honesty, I wouldn't usually say this, it's time to be selfish. It's time to put yourself as number one. It's time to, I mean, we all should take that advice, and I feel it's important for all of us to do. But I feel in this case, it's like, only think about yourself right now. I feel, without being cold, obviously, but I feel that your commitment is being tested. Don't worry about other people. Don't worry. Just focus on you. Focus on what you need to build. Focus on your confidence. Focus on your future. Focus on your path, and get into that King of Fire to break patterns, to break free of the devil. Because once you do, oh, nice. You get the King of, here, I'll show you all these. Once you break through the devil, your commitment is being tested. Should you do that, you get the you get the 10 of Cups, the Fool, and the 9 of Pentacles. You get financial independence. You get independence, knowing your worth, freedom, sovereignty, the Fool, taking that leap of faith towards the 9 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups, which is this, a new refresh on your home, on relationships, healthy relationships, beautiful relationships, beautiful home dynamic. Okay, so let's go into the animal oracle for Aquarius here. Coyote spirit number 16, and 16 is a karmic debt number. It also is the Tower card in the tarot. Trust in divine detours. Whatever has happened recently is a divine detour. See it for the gift that it is. It dismantled something that needed to fall apart in order for this something to be rebuilt in a more aligned way. All right. Okay, Aquarius, sending my love and my best always and during this new moon in Pisces. Take care.